The intended use of this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guests independently, and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of Updog Challenge Incorporated, its sponsors, or any other partnered organizations. Updog Challenge Incorporated does not guarantee the accuracy or reliability of any opinions expressed. In no way should the information provided during the Sweet Spot and Updog podcast be considered veterinary, medical, legal, or professional advice. At all times, the advice of your personal professional should supersede any information provided, derived, or inferred from listening to this podcast.
Ready, set, go.
Welcome to the Sweet Spot, an Updog podcast. I'm Andrea Morissette.
And I am Jack Bailey. We have some exciting news for you that goes right along with this podcast today. Dre, what's our exciting news?
Jack and I have been brainstorming how we can make freestyle more accessible to everyone around the world, more regularly throughout the year. People get very excited about Freestyle Crown, and it's become one of our biggest events and one of our most competitive events. And we thought it might be a good idea to stretch that out through the summer and create an online freestyle series. So players that maybe are in an area where you don't have accessibility to play freestyle at a club, or maybe your club doesn't host freestyle within driving distance, or maybe you're not able to travel with your dog, or you have a backyard champion that doesn't do well in public park situations or public field situations and plays better in a home environment, or you're just not able to travel, or whatever, money, job, family, all the millions of things, gas prices being astronomical. So we put together a 5-part series, and we're going to call it Freestyle Royale, and it's going to go throughout the summer, and it's going to end with our big event, the Freestyle Crown, in October. So the Freestyle Crown will still happen around the same time that it normally happens. But leading up to Freestyle Crown, we are creating 4 separate online opportunities for you all to compete for freestyle, for prizes, for points, for, maybe you're a team that doesn't play UpDiff, but you still want to be competitive in freestyle. You could still compete in this and not attend UpDiff. Maybe if you want to get your UpDiff points earlier, you can play this throughout the year and not have to stress about traveling to get your points. So it's really about opening up the accessibility to freestyle to everyone, all types of different players all around the world, and making it kind of an online party. And we have a bunch of cool plans about how this is going to go down.
So, something to add to this, which people don't know yet, because they should know within the next week or two of hearing this, if they don't already know. So the Updog team at the end, after UpDiff, a lot of people, first of all, let me just reset myself.
Back up a few.
Everybody always asks, like, hey, why don't we just put out the number of points that you need to earn for the games? Like, why isn't that out January 1st, right? Like, it's a new year. It should reset everything. Why this waiting game? Well, the answer to that is there's kind of like some logistics and math and stuff like that involved. Basically, we want to get through UpDiff first, because UpDiff allows us to see which games were most popular, which games are people qualifying for and wanting to come to UpDiff for. How did it work out at UpDiff? Did we have too many people for this game, not enough people for that game, or whatever? So that factors into the fluctuation of points. And this past year, we had over 100 freestyle teams taking multiple days of scoring, which to Dre and I, that's amazing. To the person who is running all the logistics and the running orders and things like that, perhaps she has other ideas about that. But every year that factors into whether or not the points stay about the same or if they go up a little bit. Anyway, the freestyle points did go up significantly this year. So again, Dre and I are like, all right, well, if you attend, 3 or 4 events, you're still gonna have no problem getting your points. However, it's sometimes hard to attend 3 or 4 events, or if you're a newer player, you're probably not earning as many points in freestyle as an experienced player that's getting a higher score. Um, so we just wanted to give some opportunities for all the reasons Dre said, but I also wanted to throw that in there to check out the points that you need to earn. It did go up a little bit. It actually kind of went back to where it was because it a few years back it was higher than it was now, and we adjusted it down because we only had like
40
60
people.
teams or
Yeah.
40
Wasn't
teams or
normal,
whatever it
yeah.
was at UpDiv. So it got adjusted the other direction, and now it's kind of springing back. But anyhow,
Anyhow,
so anyhow,
well, let's
let
go
me
through
see.
some of the details. Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say, let me see if I've got the summary right.
Okay.
So I just heard you say Freestyle Crown's going to stay the same.
Yep.
So that's coming in October. It's 2 rounds. We're going to have awards for that, just like we always do. But
Yep.
then, in addition to that, and as part of this, so the Freestyle Crown is part of the series. But in addition to the Freestyle Crown, we're going to have 4 more opportunities, 4 single round
Single round
opportunities
opportunities. Yes.
to submit a video. Um, for judging, right?
Yep.
For online judging. 2 of those will be performance, 2 of those will be criterion.
Yep.
All right. I think
Exactly.
that's the gist of it. So let's dig into some details. I have some questions for you and we can go jump back and forth. How about that?
Perfect. That sounds great.
All right. Wow, we already covered the first two.
I know.
Awesome. Um, oh, so like I gotta say, this series idea, I love it.
Mm.
We didn't run it last year, but like Dre knows this. In Florida, we used to only have like our season wasn't year round like it is now. Um we it's hard during the summer
Yeah.
because it's so
Too
hot,
hot.
but we still do events in the summer. We just try to do them early in the morning before it gets too hot. But in the past, like days of yore, when there was a young Jack and a young Dre running around with dogs playing freestyle, we had a series, and our season was 5 events.
Yep.
And I think they took your best 4, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
you
Like you could
you
miss
drop your
one.
lowest. You can miss
Yeah, you
one or you
could.
can drop your lowest week, whatever it is. But
And
not freestyle, not the October one, not freestyle crown, because that's 2 rounds. If you drop that one, it basically would take you out of the running.
oh, well, yeah, yeah. Sorry, I wasn't even getting there yet. I was just talking about. Remember when we used to do Canis Major?
Yeah, yeah.
Like you could drop one in Canis Major too. So like if you had something going on that weekend, you couldn't make it to all of them. But there was a series, and as you would earn points throughout the week, or throughout the weeks, and it was just cool because like you'd get motivated, like, oh, I need to get to this one. I want to try to get some more points. Oh, look, I'm only 3 points behind Gary Duke. If I go to the next one and I place, maybe I can jump up ahead of him.
Yep.
It was just kind of fun and motivational and a little bit competitive too, and some trash talking going on.
Yep.
Obviously, I just mentioned Gary Duke. There was trash talking. Um, so anyway, take that same idea and put it into this online event. So like Dre already kind of said it. So in order to be involved in the series, I don't have to attend, like I don't have to submit for all of them, but the
Correct.
more that I do, the better, right?
Yeah. If you just need 1 round of freestyle points, you could just play once. If you want to participate in the series, which is like the overall champion of all the series of all of them, you could still miss one of the first 4 weeks, let's say. So like June, July, August, September, you can miss one of those submissions and still be up in the running, win, have all the possibility to be competitive because you're just dropping 1 round.
You
Um,
just can't, but you can't miss the
you
freestyle
can't
crown,
you can't
right?
miss free you I mean you can miss freestyle crown, but it's 2 rounds. So, I mean, perhaps you could miss one of your freestyle crown rounds if you just submit one. But if you miss two out of the 6 rounds, you're unlikely to be competitive. If you miss one out of the 6 rounds, that's what the design of the contest is your top 5 rounds of 6 rounds. Two of them are on freestyle crown, and then the other ones are just single rounds. So June will be one, July will be 1 round, August will be 1 round, September will be 1 round, and then October will be 2 rounds because it's freestyle crown, and that's when we have the criterion and performance. And the first 4 months are going to rotate between 1 month will be criteria, one will be performance, one will be criteria, one will be performance. So we're going to have some fun themes in there. We have ideas. We're going to have prizes for the top 3. We are going to have 2 divisions. That's something that we do at Freestyle Crown that works very well. So we will have like a novice or intermediate division, and then an expert or an open division for all of them. And there'll be prizes for both divisions. So you'll have an opportunity to shine even if you're a newer player or not a super competitive player in an open division. You'll have an opportunity to win prizes there. But yeah, the objective is that you would participate in at least 5 of the rounds, or if you participate in all 6, your lowest score would be dropped.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask. So,
Yeah.
so how do I earn points?
Playing, submitting your round.
What?
Oh,
Really?
the points. You gotta play first. Okay, so for finishing position, the way that we have it written out right now is first place would be 10 points, second place would be 9 points, third place would be 8 points, all the way down to 10th place would be 1 point. And then outside of 10th place, there will be 0 points. So you're looking to hit that top 10 to accumulate points throughout the series.
Okay. All
And this is
right.
our first time doing that. So, if it comes out unbalanced or something, we can make adjustments next year. But we're brainchilding this now in the 10 reverse to first points to see if the single point difference between the two works out really well.
Okay. Cool. So best of 5 series out of 6. If I hit all 6, I can drop my lowest. So,
Yep.
I mean, I always liked that about Canis
Yeah.
Mazer too. I always try. Kat would be like, "Well, we've got this thing to no, we got to get to all of them because if
Mhm.
I have a cruddy week, one week I have a bad catch ratio or something, I want to drop that
You
round."
want to drop that score?
So
Yeah.
yeah, like definitely that. I like that. That's cool. All right, so you mentioned that in the 4 some of them are going to be criterion, some of them are going to be performance. We do kind of know already.
Hmm.
So the first one's coming up quick. It's going to be
Yep.
June. And so the way that this works is we're going to, I guess we could call them out here, but we're also, I'm sure Dre, you're going to put together a post with the dates on the
Yeah.
discussion page as well. But essentially, there will be a deadline date in each of the months for you to submit your video, and I'm gonna just pull up my calendar real quick because I know Dre, you and I have already put them in our calendar.
Hmm.
But for June, I think it's like the
The
23rd or something
22nd
like
or
that. But let
something
me
like
just
that.
pull up,
Yeah.
make
We've
sure I'm
tried to
not just
we've tried to
saying
make it
crap.
so that the submission cutoff is on a Monday so that you have the weekend before to make sure you have time to record.
Yeah, it's
Um,
June 22nd is
22nd.
the first one. So so you have all of June to get some video of you doing your round. And then it must be submitted by June 22nd, and then the judges will
Judge.
score that. And typically the judges should have scores for you before the end of the month, unless there's something going on crazy. Um, June, I have down that June, the very first one's going to be a criterion round.
Yep.
And just for fun, we have an additional challenge, right? The challenge is the judges will not only be scoring, but they will be looking for our top 3 in each division for innovation. We've been
Yep.
talking a lot about innovation, separating yourself from the rest of the crowd. So we felt like that would be a good thing to look for and identify some players that are really doing a great job of innovating in our sport of freestyle. So June, criterion round due June 22nd. We're looking for some innovators.
Yep.
In each of our divisions, we're looking for some innovators.
Yeah.
So
So there's still the
then the
top
next,
10, and then there's still a top 10, but we have a
yes.
separate focus for each week and the or each month. And the focus for the first one is innovation. So in addition to the top 10, we'll be awarding the top three innovators in each division, especially just for that focus. So that's kind of our idea, is that each time we roll out one of these, there'll be a focus or something for you guys to aim for, stretch to accomplish, something like that. And then we'll have separate awards for that outside the top 10.
Now, keep in mind that Dre is saying awarding for the top 10, they will be awarded points. So
Points.
you won't be getting like a medal at your house or anything like that for
Right.
just each of the separate rounds. We'll have some cool awards for the overall series and for the freestyle crown. We'll see what we come up with for the innovation award. So I might have some ideas for that.
Jack's a little
Um,
creative when it comes to awards, so we're excited to see what
well,
he
and
comes up with.
I love innovation. I love the fact that people keep changing the game. So
Yep.
I'd like to reward that. So we'll see what we've got for you guys out there that come up with some cool stuff for us for the first round in the innovation category. Should we tell them about July as well, and then we'll hold
Yeah,
off
I
on
think
August and September?
yeah, I think for now that's a good start. And it gives us time to make adjustments if we need to for August and September.
So July, your deadline is going to be July 20th, which means you have 3 full weeks in July, 3 full weekends that you can video, and then you must get us your videos by July 20th, which is a Monday, same thing as the June date was a Monday as well. Um, and do we have a theme for our performance round in July, Dre?
It's going to be summer 4th of July theme. So
Perfect. I love it. Yeah. Some fireworks,
sunshine,
perhaps.
fireworks, yeah.
Yeah. It's my
Maybe a beach
summer.
scene. It is performance, so it's a good opportunity to do some theme stuff. So any kind of summertime theme, 4th of July theme, fireworks type of thing, anything that you would do in the summertime, go camping, climb a mountain. I don't know. What do people do? I work in the summertime. I don't know what people do in the summertime when they're not working.
Sweat. If you're in Florida, sweat
Yeah, you
regardless of the
sweat.
time of day.
Yep. So that's June and July. So June is coming up in like this next week is going to be June. So we're going to be launching this really quick. And that's going to be our first criterion round. And then July will be our first performance round. And both of these rounds will count for points, obviously, towards your qualifications for UpDiff. And the focus on the prizes for the individual rounds is going to be on whatever the theme of the individual round is. So the first one is most innovation, and the second one is a summer 4th of July type theme. So we'll award prizes, cool stuff for the top three in both divisions for those themes. And then obviously you get the points. And then those all accumulate towards your cues for UpDiff and the overall big prizes that are going to be awarded after Freestyle Crown for the top 10 and then the top three, whatever we do for those in November. Well, technically it's October, but by the time we're done judging and everybody submits their stuff, it's usually the beginning of November.
All right, guys. So what we'd like you to do is we gave you a kind of a taste of what's coming. We want to know your reactions. We would love to know your additional questions. What did we not tell you on this podcast that you're like, oh, wait, what about blah, blah, blah? Tell us, put it in the comments, because we also know that not everybody listens to the podcast. So, again, we'll have a announcement for this podcast, put it in those comments, but then also Dre, I'm sure is going to be putting together an
Yep.
announcement just for
The series.
just for the Freestyle Royale series, and put your comments there as well and your questions. We look forward to watching a bunch of awesome freestyle. That's really why we did it.
Yeah.
Dre and I are just like, let's watch some more cool
We
freestyle.
need more freestyle. And, we really, I honestly, throughout the year, I don't really get to see any Updog freestyle until Freestyle Crown, until the end of the season, because everybody's doing it at their local events and not really anything is online. So we might see snippets of stuff, but we don't, Jack and I don't really get a pulse of new players or rising teams or any of that stuff unless we see them at Updiff or we see them in Freestyle Crown. And so that leaves us from April to November with really nothing in between of what everybody's doing. So this gives us a great opportunity to stay connected with all of our freestyle players, give you guys something to chew on over the summer where you have plenty of time to launch some new ideas, level up your freestyle, try some new stuff, play a game, connect with your friends, get together in video together, any of that kind of stuff. So there's lots of accessibility here, lots of opportunity to earn your freestyle points for all different levels of players. Lots of fun awards available, things to focus on. So I'm very excited about having a summer of a lot more Updog freestyle.
Definitely. Just sitting here watching, looking at me, I'm like, what is going on with my hair? Dre, you didn't mention how amazing my
It always does that, Jack.
my bedhead
you have like
mohawk.
a mohawk. Yeah, you got
I
a
know.
mohawk.
Yeah, put it in the comments. What do you guys think? It looks pretty amazing. Yes. All right. So we will hopefully see you on an Updog
Online.
field soon. If not, we will virtually see you playing freestyle on a field. And in the meantime,
Be kind to yourself and be kind to others.
and be kind to your dogs.
What up,
We will see you next time on The Sweet Spot.
Ready, set, go! Yo, you heard the buzz, heard the word on the street. Updog challenge, it can't be beat. It ain't just fetch, it's a very special game for the dogs and the people. We all shout its name, whether it's a roller or in the air. My canine companion doesn't really care. We're in the Updog zone now. Got that laser focus, making every throw an epic high flying bonus. What's up, dog? We're on the field, sun in the sky, with my best friend soaring, teaching madness to fly. It's the Updog jingle, so come get in the mix for the ultimate teamwork and all the best tricks. From throw and go to freestyle, we're bringing the heat. We're fun, helpful, and a friendly team that can't be beat. So if you love your pup and you love to see the disc really spin, come on down to Updog, where the good times begin.
Yeah, where the good times begin.